glimpse of these Giant fans inside AT&T Park. Tim Lincecum, one of the game's best and always a Cy Young contender. He's on the mound. 2K Sports presents our MLB broadcast. So glad you're there. And Steve, as he faces these Atlanta hitters, what's he looking at?
Well, Tim Lincecum on the mound today. He's got that overpowering fastball. We can see it as high as 98, 99 miles per hour. And that unbelievable heartbreaking curveball. And a very effective changeups. It's the secondary pitches that keeps the hitters off balance.
Now we'll see the lineup for the Braves, sponsored by Pepsi. And our scouting report, John, who are we watching for today?
Well, if there's one knock on Escobar, sometimes he loses concentration. He doesn't hustle every play. But take a look at him today, and when he's on his game, there's none better at the shortstop position in any league. So it makes him a special guy to have.
It's Melky Cabrera to lead it off. San Francisco coming off a loss in their last game. We really want to prevent that sweep. 0-2, third game of the series now against the Braves. Lincecum with the delivery. Ball. Fastball is downstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. That last one, the offense really not getting it done.
Nah, just 1 run scored, and that's not going to get it done. These bats have to come alive in this game.
1-1 pitch. Rolling outside, 2 balls, 1 strike.
Well, you see there, he tried to go on that outside corner, down and away. Give the hitter a lot of credit, though. You know that's a pitch you can't hit, so don't even swing at it. Well, and the catcher looked like he really wanted that one.
Catcher gets a hold of that one in the dirt. Payoff pitch. Pitcher loses that battle. Could be costly. That's a leadoff walk.
Well, he couldn't get the hitter to expand his strike zone. Good patience at the plate turned into a base on ball.
Prado's at the plate. No one out and a runner on first. Nope, that one not in there. Lincecum misses. And that's over for a strike. 1-1.
Well, this guy features an outstanding circle changeup, Gary. Very little rotation on the pitch. He makes it look like a fastball with his arm speed, but the velocity is much less.
And even when they're looking for that circle change at the plate, Steve, it is very tough to get that pitch lined up to hit.
Well, that change of velocity is such a key because it gets him thinking fastball and then out in front of the changeup.
Able to set him down there, chalk that one up as a strikeout for him. And we're going to see Hensky here.
Well, Cy Young Award winner in 2009, Tim Lincecum. What an outstanding pitcher. They call him the Freak for a reason because he's such a slight build, 5'11", only 160 pounds. But what comes out of that right arm is an absolute cannon of a fastball in the high 90s.
And this at bat already 0-1. First pitch was a strike. There are not many pitchers around Major League Baseball who truly dominate start after start. Tim Lincecum is one of those. His numbers, hitters really go into those games wondering if they can even make contact.
Yeah, that's the thing. You hope against Tim Lincecum, he walks you once. That way you only go 1 for 3. But you look at the numbers for him. Only 15 wins to win that Cy Young. That shows you how dominant he was. Because most winners of the Cy Young, if you're not a closer, they're going to have close to 20 wins. That's how good this guy is. 261 strikeouts also.
And a shot here for Brian McCann. 2 down. And the pitch from Lincecum is good.
The pitcher's executing his game plan. He knows these hitters. He knows how he wants to pitch them. And now he's locating his pitches in exactly the right spot.
And with 2 strikes on him now, Brian McCann will protect that zone. On the way. There's a swing towards the hole. That one's grabbed. Side retired. So Tim Lincecum heads to the dugout. Handiwork already on display. Strikes out 2 to start this ballgame. So it'll be the San Francisco Giants, bottom of the first. And Kenshin Kawakami gets ready to throw. He'll be the starter for Atlanta. Steve will be focusing here on these San Francisco hitters. What's he thinking about?
Well, you talk about crafty left-handers. This is a crafty right-hander. Kenshin Kawakami, veteran right-handed pitcher, outstanding curveball and cutter to neutralize and work off of his fastball in the low 90s.
First one to Rowan. Here's the pitch. Takes a swing at that fastball. Can't connect. 0-1. He went 2 for 3 last year off Kawakami. Curveball, that's in the dirt for a ball. He deals back up the middle. Infante. 1 down. Pepsi presents our starting lineup. So look here at the Giants. John, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, everyone needs a veteran force in the middle of their lineup, and that's what Aubrey Huff produces for this team. He's a guy that can hit the ball out of the ballpark. I tell you what, if the game's on the line, he can come up with that clutch hit. Let's see if he can get a couple clutch ones today for his team.
And Sanchez is batting. One out, nobody on. Good grip on that one, but he missed it on 1.
Coming into this game, he's got to have some confidence because he picked up 2 hits last time out, so got to be seeing the ball pretty well.
Here it comes. Good patience. Sanchez lets that one go by. Count is even. The 1-1. There's a curveball that bounces to the plate. Now Sanchez, a 3-1 count. That gives him a little better look.
When you throw a 2-seam fastball, you want a ground ball, which means you want to throw it to the bottom of the zone. This pitch up could come back to cost him later in the game.
And Escobar picks it up. And so Sanchez retired. Sandoval at the plate. Up in the top 5 in average last year. 2 outs, bases empty. Smashes that one towards the shortstop. And he throws on to first. That'll retire the side. And they aren't able to get anything going in this half inning. 3 up, 3 away. We're scoreless in San Francisco. Middle of the lineup coming along. Afternoon at the ballpark. Pleasant, cool day. And here's Yunel Escobar to lead it off. Lincecum with the delivery. Lays off that one at the letters, 0-1.
Well, purpose pitch right there. He gets the strike on it, goes up and in, and it opens up the entire strike zone.
That's a strike, and it's 0-2. Time for Escobar to protect that strike zone.
If you saw his last game, you got a chance to see that he swung the bat well in that one, picking up a couple of knocks.
Yunel Escobar, and he's gone. Strike 3 on a swinging strike.
Well, you'll see this thing get tracked to the lower corner of the plate. It looked like the batter thought he had this one, but in the end, it was just too much for him to handle.
And not the way he was looking to end that at bat, John. Hayward at the plate.
If you're looking for reasons to hope, you look at the San Francisco Giants last year, 2009, against the National League East opponents, and they actually fared well, having a winning record against them.
0-1 count as that. Here's a swing and a broken bat line drive. And Renteria is able to get that one. And we're going to see Diaz here. Base is empty and 2 down. Smash towards the middle. Renteria throws to first in time. That's 3 down. And so Tim Lincecum gets a 1-2-3. He's off to a commanding start. And we'll see the Giants. And here's Mark DeRosa leading it off.
I don't know if you got a chance to see his last ball game, but he picked up 2 hits in that one, swung the bat well.
There's a strike at the knees, 0-1. Lifetime 328 against the Braves. Pitch on the way. And he leaves that one alone. Mike DeRosa, patience, and evens the count up.
No, his curveball is so good that it comes out of his hand, and it looks like a ball, and then it breaks down into the zone. So many guys take the pitch.
Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss on that fastball, and it's 1-2. Well, that 12-6 curveball, Steve, as a hitter, you better pick up the rotation.
Boy, you better pick it up early, but a lot of times guys give up on it.
Prado retiring DeRosa. And Benji Molina to bat. One out, bases empty. The pitch. Fastball taken high, 1-0.
Well, that's just some good old country hardball right there, forcing fastball up in the zone.
1-0 now. A smash between short and third. 2 men have been put away. It's going to be Sherholtz now. 2 outs, bases empty. Swings at that fastball and misses. 0-1. Ball for a ball, 1-1. Swings for a strike on the fastball. It'll be a 1-2 count. The 1-2 pitch. Change up. He takes that one. Strike 3 called. Side retired. And nothing across here in this half of the inning. Scoreboard still empty here in San Francisco. It's none other than Bruce Bochy, the skipper that's happy not to have given up any runs yet, but watching for that opportunity for his offense to get on the board. And Infante's batting. He's going to start the third here. And Lincecum no luck with that pitch upstairs. 1-0 on the way. Swing, soft liner towards right center. And that's in there. Atlanta's got their first hit of the game. And a look at this Thursday. We'll see Torrey Hunter and the Los Angeles Angels. They face the Yankees at Yankee Stadium. Game time is 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 Pacific. And it's Kawakami batting. What do you think, Steve? A bunt here?
It's a definite bunt situation with the pitcher up. They've got to get the runners moved up.
Let's see if they agree. He's running. He squares around and he gets this one down. In time for the out. Almost fell over when he got to that one. Boy, there's some upper body strength on that.
You have to have great body control to play this game. He certainly showed it there.
And he got him. Melky gets the RBI chance. One out with a runner at second. Lincecum with the delivery. Hey, he's trying to steal third. Swings and grounds this one foul wide of third. Melky Cabrera not fooled by that. Count is evened up. Oh, he's going to try to steal third. Renteria on the pickup. So Cabrera is set down.
He might have had a shot of getting the runner at third base, but much safer. Make the second out of the inning, get the out at first, and try to retire the next guy.
2 outs, a runner 90 feet from scoring at third. And here's the first one. Just missed with the fastball, 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Can't make contact with the fastball, evens him up, 1-1.
Oh, he just swung late on that one. That's what you call getting gassed up.
Swung on, line softly towards right center. And that'll retire the side. Caught by Sanchez. Another fine inning for Tim Lincecum. He has a shutout through 3 innings of work. And we'll see the Giants. And it's Aubrey Huff to lead us off. the pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike. Here's the pitch. Keeps it down that time, 0-2.
Velocity and location are absolutely critical. That pitch was exactly where he wanted to throw it.
Low, and it's 1-2.
The best curveballs are the ones that start in the strike zone, then fall out of the strike zone. He couldn't get him to fish for that one, though.
1-2 pitch count. Swing and a miss. That's a changeup. Down on strikes, 1 out.
He pulled the string right there. Must have been looking for the fastball. Swings right through the changeup for strike 3.
And it's Edgar Renteria now. 5 for 18 last season against the Braves. A swing and a fly ball to left center field. And Diaz gloves that.
Well, let's take a look at where San Francisco ended up rank-wise last year in the National League. 10th in hits, 10th in stolen bases. And for team batting average, well, the number's just not quite there, as they did not make the kind of contact that really led to some difficulties in scoring runs.
It's Lincecum at the plate. Hit on the ground towards second. Infante. And he throws on to first. That'll retire the side. No runs, no hits. Nobody crossed the plate in this half inning, and nobody left on base. We're scoreless in San Francisco. There's a veteran. Bobby Cox looking on. He's watched some great deliveries on the mound. Struggling bats, though. Important now to get the offense stinging. And we're going to see Hensky here. Now the first pitch. And Lincecum can't get him to swing at the low pitch.
But Gary, they really can't seem to mount any offense at all. I mean, 1 hit through 4 innings, and you really have to look at your approach at the plate.
Fastball just misses, and he falls behind 2-0. Fastball just misses. He runs it to 3-0.
Well, this is awful right here. He's falling behind this hitter 3-0. Let's see if he can come back to get him.
Steve, all you get is trouble when you do this. A leadoff walk.
Boy, how many times does the leadoff man end up scoring? Most of the time. Well, it looked like he was taken all the way right there, Gary. Walked him on 4 straight pitches.
And that'll bring up Brian McCann. Lined out last time up. Here's the delivery. Oh, he takes off for second. He's running towards second. Trying to steal second, and he's got it. The second for 1. Back to first, not in time. Not quick enough on the relay.
They get the lead runner at second base, but I think they would have liked to have gotten 2 right there.
And it's Yunel Escobar now.
Cy Young winner Tim Lincecum backed it up with another Cy Young season in 2009. Nicknamed the Freak for his small stature and his ability to throw a fastball in the high 90s, he dominated again out on the West Coast.
Here's the pitch. Now here's a grounder towards the hole.
Let's take a brief look here at the Atlanta Braves and how they ranked in the National League last season. First in batting average with runners in scoring position. 4th in batting average. Now they also showed up in the top 5 in hits, so an offense that had a lot of contact, putting the ball in play and finding ways to get on base.
Atlanta, what a shot they've got here. Wherever Tim Lincecum is pitching, that ball club's going to have a chance at a postseason because he is going to be a guy almost guarantees you a W.
It certainly is. And, a lot of people thought, well, with that delivery and his slight frame, he's always going to have arm problems. Well, another 200-inning pitch season, I don't think so.
And there's one. Now over to first and safe at first. Close play, not quite enough time to get it.
Well, he keeps the runners right where they are, so now he's just an out away from working his way out of danger and keeping this game tied.
And we're going to see Diaz here. And the first pitch. Oh, my, that one came inside and plucked him.
I know he didn't want to do that. That's going to load things up now.
And Infante's batted. Steve, we talk about game-turning situations. This is one of them.
No question about that. Things can change completely right here.
Here's a swing and a line drive. And McCann comes in to score. That makes two. Situations repeating themselves here. A chance to produce, and they are. A couple of ribbies on that swing. Let's see the impact on our Pepsi WPA board. Get to take a look at one here that probably should have ended at first base.
Well, he had the burners on coming out of the batter's box and rounding first base. Great aggressiveness on his part. He didn't let up, and he gets in safely.
No indecision when he got to first base.
That's how you get in safely to second.
And it's Kawakami batting. Steve, they needed to take the lead, and they've come through just as we thought they might. Let's see how this plays out.
That was a good piece of hitting right there. He got his pitch, took advantage of it, drove it, picked up the run.
Waves at that fastball in the hole now, 0-2. And you get a feeling, even though it's early in this ball game, that every run in this one is going to matter.
Well, that's why they have to look to keep tacking on runs, try to sustain the lead. When you've got an opportunity like this, you need a big hit.
And so after 3 scoreless innings, we get our first 2 runs here in the 4th. The Braves lead it 2-0. And if you're just joining in, Gary Thorne with Steve Phillips and John Crunk bringing you Major League Baseball here on 2K Sports. Leadoff hitter Aaron Rowan. Here's the delivery. Swings and misses at the curve, 0-1.
Well, that's a great location, down in the strike zone with that curveball. And like right there, you got to swing and miss. But even if they make contact, you're going to get a grounder somewhere to your infield.
Strike 2, Rowan. He'll have to be careful now, McKay.
Well, he's a very defensive hitter when the count gets to 0-2. So I'm going to try to get him to chase something out of the zone.
Fly ball to shallow right. 1 down. And Freddie Sanchez up. 0 for 1 thus far. Base is empty with 1 away. And Sanchez in the box. First pitch. Swinging a drive. Deep left center. This one's going to be fielded by Diaz. Able to glide over. Not much of a problem on that one. Here's a look at the hitting champions from around the league last year, courtesy of State Farm. Check out Sandoval. He's 4th.
Well, when the manager makes out a lineup and you need a hit in that lineup, this is the guy you wanted to play. He's one of the league leaders in hits last year, and he looks to continue that this year. He puts the ball in play. He's a great contact guy and a great guy to have in your order if you need that big hit.
Sandoval in the box now. Oh, I'll tell you, everybody, Steve, I think notices when he gets to the plate, the attention deficit disorder just sort of goes away. Swung on, hit towards Diaz. That one's grabbed, side retired. That's called short work of 3. Took 6 pitches. Still unable to find the offense. San Francisco still a zippo up. The top of the order is due up next. And it's Melky Cabrera in the box now. And he starts Cabrera out. Ball strike from Lincecum, and the count is now 0-1.
Well, that kind of break on the curveball and that kind of location, it can lead to success. That was a good pitch right there.
And with 2 strikes on him, Cabrera, good contact hitter. He'll watch that zone. swing, hot shot.
That's a huge out right there. You think maybe you're not going to get to it. He's able to make a tremendous play on it, Gary.
Prado's at the plate.
Well, Martin Prado took over the second base job as an everyday player about a month or two into the season in 2009, and he put up some big numbers for the Atlanta Braves. And he and Matty Diaz, once they entrenched themselves at the top of the order, that's when the Braves took off and made a run in the National League East.
Lincecum with the delivery. Now the State Farm leaderboard. Look at those teams who had the highest average last year. Number 1, the Dodgers. The Mets, second. Marlins, third. Fourth spot, the Braves. And we've got the Cardinals, who are number 5.
When you watch his team today, one of the top hitting teams in all of baseball last year, you can't get frustrated as a pitcher pitching against them because they are going to get base hits, but you're going to have to bear down. And if you're going to beat them, you better hope you're getting a lot of double play balls because there's always going to be guys on base.
And that's going to bring Eric Hinsky up. Certainly, if there was a breakout season around Atlanta, Martin Prado is the one who had it. And now what he's got to do is secure himself a long-time position with the Braves.
Well, yeah, I mean, you start the season with Kelly Johnson as your everyday second baseman, but Johnson struggled. Prado stepped in. He did the job. It's his to lose in 2010.
And that one is hit well. Scherholz is there. That's the second out of the inning. And a shot here for Brian McCann. 2 down. Lincecum with the delivery. Now swinging a shot towards second. He'll throw on to first, and that'll do it for this half inning. No runs and a base hit. They leave one man on at first. Atlanta 2. San Francisco nothing. And here's Mark DeRosa leading it off.
Number 7, Mark DeRosa.
Now McCann positions himself. First pitch fastball. Misses badly that time. 1-0.
But Gary, as we move to the middle part of this ballgame right now, they just cannot mount any offense at all. No hits. And I'll tell you what, this pitcher is just shutting them down.
On the way. Good spot that time. Hit that outside corner. 1-2.
Well, I'm going out of the zone right now, Gary, trying to get him to chase something rather than giving him a good pitch to hit.
And he leaves that one alone. Mark DeRosa, patience, and evens the count up. There's a swing. Fly ball down the line and left. And it is in there. That's going to bring the tying run to the plate. And that'll bring up Benji Molina.
The 4 no-hit innings, and this team finally breaks through against this guy, getting their first hit of the ball game right there.
Runner on first base, nobody out. First delivery to Molina. Line drive fouled off towards first. He delivers. Strike 2, and Molina will be careful here to protect.
He gets 2 quick strikes on the hitter, but he can't be too selective now. He's got to go right at it.
And it holds at 0-2. Swing and a line into right center. In there, and this is going to be trouble. This one rolls through to the wall. Here comes DeRosa for the plate. And he's in there. Tremendous base running. Well, San Francisco able to continue this often.
he fights it off. Outstanding job at the plate.
And that is so demoralizing for a pitcher. You work so hard to get ahead in the count, and then you give up a base hit. Here's the first pitch. Fastball swung on and missed. 0-1. Career, he's 7 for 17 off the Braves. Swung on, line softly, left side. That base hit could tie this game up. And so he comes home. That ties the ball game. Situations repeating themselves here. A chance to produce, and they are. 1 run. That comes in on that play. Let's see how it moves our chart. Brought to you by Pepsi. That will give Aubrey Huff the chance with a runner on. Steve, this lineup, wow, they've been able to create some opportunities. They are executing. They've got it tied.
That's a good piece of hitting we saw right there, Gary. Quality at bat, coming up with a big hit to tie this one up.
There are big at-bats, and that was one of them. Got a feeling on this visit to the mound there's going to be a little deep chatter going on.
I think a little heart-to-heart out there, a little challenge from the manager to see how he's doing. Also probably talking a little bit of strategy.
And he starts Huff out up the middle, and they just try to hold him there at first. Well, Steve, let's take a look. Nice play.
Well, I agree, Gary. That's a good play. Manager's going to be very proud of that one.
Renteria at the plate. Lifetime, pretty good number. 315 off Atlanta. 1 out, man on first. Here's the delivery. Lays off a called strike of the knees, 0-1. Edgar Renteria not fooled by that one. He evens up his count. Now the 1-1 pitch. Fastball gets away from him there, 2-1. Swing and a miss on that one. Count is even.
Well, climbing the ladder on him right there. He just throws that fastball right by him up in the zone.
Hit sharply down the line. And another. Wow, that hitting coach is smiling. Yes, a great situation for some offense.
It's one of the toughest pitches to hit in baseball. It really is the one that separates the good hitters from the mediocre hitters. He stays with the slider and doesn't try to do too much with it.
Juan Uribe was a shortstop for the Chicago White Sox in 2005 when they won the World Series. Now he plays anywhere they'll have him. He played majority of games at second base for the Giants in 2009. Put up some pretty big numbers, especially in the second half.
Starts him off with one in there for a strike. Juan Uribe has had to adjust his mental and physical approach to the game, going from the everyday player to the guy who's asked to come off the bench and be ready whatever the situation is.
And that's one of the hardest things, because whatever point you're at in your career, you always think you're an everyday player. He's had to accept the fact that he's only going to get 400 to 450 at bat, and you better make him worth it.
Sherholtz going towards third. It's Aaron Rowland at the plate. 2 men on, 2 men out. First one to Rowland. Here's the pitch. First pitch, fastball, 0-1.
At this point of the game, he's got to be more efficient than what we're seeing right here. Up over 20 pitches in this inning, and he needs to get back in that zone.
Here's a swing and a fly ball to right center. This one to Cabrera, and that's going to do it in this half inning. So they pick up 4 hits in the inning and 2 runs across. We're tied up here at San Francisco. Middle of the lineup, due up. In the dugout, Bruce Bochy. And you can feel the hunger building up right now. First and foremost on his mind is getting out of this tie game and getting a lead. And here's Yanel Escobar to lead it off. He singled his last trip. And Sergio Romo gets ready to throw as they make the pitching swap.
Well, not many guys that have pinpoint control or strikeout pitchers, but that doesn't hold true for Sergio Romo. He's a guy who can pinpoint every one of his pitches, and he can strike you out with those pitches. So far in his young career, he has been a very good and very valuable asset out of the bullpen. Let's see if he can continue that today.
Here's the pitch. Low, Escobar, not biting. A solid 357 lifetime off the Giants. The 2-1 pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Renteria retiring Escobar. Hayward up now. Bounced into a fielder's choice as last time. Base is empty, 1 out. First pitch. Just off the outside, and it's 1-0. Hit up the middle, and that is in there. The go-ahead run on board.
Well, he waited for that one to get deep in the zone, and he put a good swing on it. Now with 1 out, let's see if they try to move him along.
And we're going to see Diaz here.
I love Matty Diaz. He's a guy that's a versatile player. He can play the infield. He can play the corner outfield position. But everything he does centers around the fact that he can hit the baseball. .313 average in 2009.
And the pitch out. Nothing doing that time. And now the 1-0. Shot towards the hole. And that's a base hit. Diaz on first. Atlanta, what a shot they've got here. Matt Diaz has been a player who's been willing to start or, if necessary, come off the bench to get things done for his ball club. Unselfish player, and probably has earned the right to be looked at every day.
Well, he sure has, and the great thing about it is he doesn't care where he hits in the lineup. All he wants to do is get his 3 or 4 at bat, and when he does, he can produce some pretty good numbers for a guy who's basically a platoon player.
The pitch. And that's a hit. Rowan to field. That's 2 gone. So, our State Farm leaderboard, a look at the teams who hit best with runners in scoring position last year. Number 1, the Braves. The Mets, 2nd. Marlins, 3rd. 4th, the Astros. And we've got the Cardinals, who are number 5.
Well, one of the most clutch teams in all of baseball last year, hitting with runners in scoring position, they were the best at it. They love those clutch situations. Seems like every guy in the lineup seems to bear down when they have guys in scoring position, and they deliver runs.
Couldn't pull the trigger in time. He's behind 0-2.
Now 2 strikes on the hitter. They're a strike away from getting out of this jam with the game still tied.
The slider swung out and is struck out. Side gone. So no runs, 2 hits, and they strand 2. Still a tie game in San Francisco. Freddie Sanchez leading it off. And Chris Medlin is the pitcher as the Braves turn to him in relief.
Here, I tell you, I probably would have let this starter go a little bit longer. Be better safe than sorry, but why burn the bullpen this early in the game if you don't have to? Save him, keep him fresh, make him right for the end of the game.
Sanchez in the box. First pitch. Fastball is high. 1-0.
Well, he tried that 4-seam fastball up in the zone to get him the chase. Tough pitch to lay off of. Good job by the hitter.
Here's the 1-0. Line drive. He's out at first base. Nice play on the cover.
That's a well-executed play right there, Gary. He hustled over, got to first base, and touched the bag.
Thought he might have had a strikeout there, but he's involved in the out anyway. Sandoval at the plate. Near the top of the list in the National League with his average last season. And here's the first one. He swings on that 0-0 delivery, misses the fastball. Strike one. Here's the pitch. A line drive towards the hole. Gets down. The go-ahead runs on base. That's going to bring up Mike DeRosa.
Let's take a quick look back to last year in the season that Pablo Sandoval had. Second batting average, third in doubles. He was also ranked in the top 5 in hits, getting himself on base and advancing base runners that were already on in front of him.
Well, Mark DeRosa's turned himself into the super sub who plays almost every day. Over 500 at-bats last year with the Indians and the Cardinals in 2009. And he plays everywhere in the infield, second base, third.
Up the middle, and he'll have to hold at first. Good baseball and a good job. Let's take a look.
You know, we talk about team in baseball, and that's where you see it a lot of times on defense.
Runner on first now as Benji Molina hits. First delivery to Molina. There's a swing and a drive. Deep right field. And that's out number 3. In, out of the inning. 6 pitches and it's over. We're tied up here in San Francisco. It'll be the leadoff man trying to get things going here. Quick snapshot there, Bobby Cox. You can sort of feel that hunger first and foremost, making sure his staff can do their part. It's Melky Cabrera to lead it off. He'll be seeking his first hit of the game. Not a lot of luck so far. First pitch, a slider for a called strike. Swing and a rocket towards short. Renteria on the pickup. So Cabrera is set down. Prado's at the plate. Trying again here. Just 1 for 3 thus far. 1 out, nobody on. And the first pitch. Swings and misses the slider. 0-1. Went 5 for 22 last season against the Giants. Hit up the middle. Romo. Now it's 2 away.
The cat-like reflexes on the mound allow him to grab that ball in a hurry and retire the runner at first base.
Base is empty with 2 outs. First pitch to him. That fastball gets by him on the first pitch, 0-1.
Well, he's got great movement on that 2-seamer. It's one of the best around.
There's a swing and a line drive. And that is in there, the go-ahead run on base.
You have 2 outs in the inning. Your job is to get on base any way you can. Now they have the go-ahead run on base.
Here's Brian McCann. 2 outs and a man on first. Here's the pitch to McCann. Hard grounded to short. And it gets through. There it is, his first hit after struggling here today.
You want your hitters to go with the pitch. Don't try to force things. The ball's away. He drives it away.
Use the whole part of that plate and the whole part of that bat. He did.
Kids, you want to learn how to hit? That's how you do it.
Two down. Runners at first and second. And Escobar ready for the first pitch. Lined up the middle. And Renteria is there to retire the side. And so out of the inning, only 8 pitches thrown. That's pretty efficient. Still a tie game in San Francisco. Looking ahead, 6, 7, 8. They're due up. just joined us, our broadcast of Major League Baseball on 2K Sports with John Kruk and Steve Phillips. I'm Gary Thorne. It's going to be Sherholtz now. Here's the pitch. Starts him out with a fastball for a strike.
He must have been looking for an off-speed pitch in that situation because the fastball looked like it surprised him.
The pitch. 0-1 pitch, a fastball. Swung on and missed. 0-2.
Hit a little extra giddy up on that one as he just blows it right by him.
Good two-strike pitch. Misses high. 1-2.
Well, that pitch right there just seemed to get away from the pitcher, took off on him. Looked like he tried to overthrow that a little bit.
On the ground to second. Infante. Out. That's one away. And it's Aubrey Huff in the box now. 0 for 2 thus far. One out, nobody on. He starts Huff out. On the ground to third. Prado. That's 2 gone. And it's Edgar Renteria now. 2 outs and nobody on. Here's Renteria's first look. And a swing and a batted ball. It's going to be Cabrera. And that is in there, the go-ahead run on board.
Now showing aggressiveness early in the count all over that 0-0 pitch. Ripping the fastball to center.
Runner on first, 2 away. First pitch is a slider in there, 0-1.
Working ahead of the count in key situations is critical for a pitcher. That first pitch strike could go a long way to getting this guy out.
Change up just off the black, and it's 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Fastball on the block. Doesn't get the call, though, and it's 3-1.
Well, he tried that four-seam fastball up in the zone to get him the chase. Tough pitch to lay off of. Good job by the hitter.
And they get the force at second that time. That'll do it. Hayward in the batter's box. He's going to lead off here as we go to the 8th. And doing the pitching, it'll be Jeremy Affeldt. They've decided it was time to make a change here. That ball is belted deep to left center field. Ball is on its way. Goodbye, home run. And a solo home run that breaks the tie. Big clutch homer. Take a look at how that home run affected things. Our Pepsi WPA chart.
Anytime you give the team a lead late in the game, it's going to make the manager very happy.
You think that's what it's all about, making the manager happy?
Well, sometimes making the general manager happy is the more important thing.
His name's on the check. Brian Wills going to be pitching as the Giants bring him in as a reliever. Johnny looks at this Atlanta lineup. What does he see?
Well, when you talk about animated closers, Brian Wilson comes to mind. He's a guy that comes in the game with a ton of energy, but he also comes in with an unbelievable arsenal of pitches. Fastball in the high 90s and a great slider to put guys away. When he comes in, pretty good chance the game is going to be over.
Fastball swung out and missed, struck him out and away. Boy, those strikeouts so important coming late in the ball game. Keeps that confidence up.
They tell you that strikeouts add to the pitch count, but a 3-pitch strikeout right there, he can go forever on that one.
Nobody on base, one away. Now the first pitch. And he can't catch up with that one. 0-1.
Well, I tell you what, you throw a cutter with that velocity, that's a great pitch. You understand why the hitter swung late.
Here's a swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-2.
Credit the catcher on that one. That's a good low target, setting up, and he hit the target. Good execution.
Swings, lines this one back up the middle. Renteria. So Infante is retired. We've got Medlin in the box. 2 outs, bases empty. Conrad at the plate. He'll be the pinch hitter.
As the pinch hitter comes into the game now, it officially closes the book on this guy's day.
Base is empty and 2 down. Didn't get around in time. 0-1.
Well, if you're going to be late on the fastball, you're going to have trouble hitting up here, and he's struggling right now.
On the way. Good hard slider that time. He's in control in the count now. 0-2.
Well, he doesn't like to mess around. You get 0-2 on him. He's coming at you with the fastball.
Drilled towards third. That one gets through for a base hit. He's going to try to stretch it.
Well, anytime you're sitting on the bench, it's hard to tell what a pitcher's really throwing unless you're getting in that batter's box. You come off the bench very cold like he was and delivers, that is huge.
2 outs and a runner on second. And he starts Cabrera. Oh, he's going to try to steal third. Wilson gets set. Swing and a hot shot. They pick up a run on the homer and they take the lead. The Braves out in front now. Leadoff hitter Aaron Rowan. 0 for 3 at this point. And we'll get to see Eric O'Flaherty pitching as the Braves turn to him in relief.
This is where the manager earns his money. Let's see if this move pays off.
First one to Rowan. Here's the pitch. Fastball in there. 0-1.
Well, you go to the 8th inning right here, and obviously the game's getting much shorter here. 2 innings left in this one, and they've got the 1-run lead. But you have to go out there and try it.
Swung on, grounded towards the hole. One away. And Freddie Sanchez up. Base is empty with 1 away. And Sanchez in the box. First pitch. Looked like the circle change, and it just misses. 1-0.
Well, I think for the pitcher's perspective, keep the ball down, keep it in the ballpark, and keep it out of the gap. Force them to hit singles and lump hits together.
The 1-1 pitch. Hit hard to second. Infante. That's the second out. Sandoval at the plate. He singled in his last at bat. Base is empty with 2 outs. And the first pitch. A line drive towards short. Throws to first, side is retired. And they go quietly offensively in this half inning, nothing across. Atlanta maintaining the advantage. Rondo's at the plate. Ground out victim last time through. Wilson gets set and delivers. Picked up by Huff. And that's out number 1, stepping in the bag. And we're going to see Hensky here. 1 out, bases empty. Here's Here's the first pitch. Strike one. Wilson got him to swing at it. 0-1.
What a great pitch right there by the pitcher. The hitter gets out there. He's thinking it's a fastball. And all of a sudden, he sees that movement on that slider, and he hesitates for just that brief second to swing late.
Swing and a miss on the fastball. Second out in the inning.
A good sequence of pitches right there, using location and selection to get the strikeout.
Base is empty and 2 down. First pitch. Strike one. Wilson got him to swing at it. 0-1.
Oh, you gotta like that pitch. That cut fastball up and away from the hitter. Awfully tough to hit it with that kind of movement.
And with 2 strikes on him now, Brian McCann will protect that zone.
There's 2 quick strikes. Now he's ahead 0-2. Let's see if he goes out of the zone and see if he can get the hitter to chase.
Now a swing and a shot toward second. Throws on to first. Side is retired. Nobody left on base. No runs or hits here in this half inning. Braves 3, Giants 2. Taking a look at the manager, Bruce Bochy. And he knows there's not a lot of time to get the all-important tying run, focusing right now on doing that. And here's Mark DeRosa leading it on. And it'll be Billy Wagner doing the pitching. He'll be the closer for Atlanta. So, Steve, how's he going to handle these San Francisco bats today?
A lot of power and a little package right here. Billy Wagner only 5 feet 11, but a fastball in the high 90s and a devastating slider and aggressiveness like you wouldn't believe on the mound. He goes for the strikeout.
Wagner sets and throws. Called strike. 0-1.
Now coming down to the wire right here, it's do or die time. You need base runners. Get somebody on. If you get the leadoff man on, it allows you to move him up with a bunt. The sacrifice bunt, you can get him on, get him over, and get him in. This is a critical situation.
Is struck out. That's a big swing and a miss.
Well, just a great sequence of pitches. 3 good choices by the pitcher and the catcher, and he finishes them off quickly.
All pitchers love that. Those are short at-bats. You get it done in a hurry. Here's the first pitch. Gets him quickly. 0-2. That one's drilled to short, and Escobar picks it up. And so Molina retired.
That one counting down right here. They got 1 out left in this game. I think offensively, you're hoping for that long ball, but you'll take anything. Give a base runner. Get somebody on.
First pitch, here it comes. Watches that fastball. That goes by him for a strike.
He let that four-seam fastball go up and into the zone. It's up in his eyes. You can see it well. He just couldn't pull the trigger.
Slider misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. A season average. Wow, 412 last year against the Braves. There's a swing and a drive deep to left field. That's the last out. This ball game is now over.
Fans going home unhappy in this one. Their offense just did not get it done as the opposing pitching just shut them down. Wow.
And we take a look at our performance that earned the Pepsi Clutch Performer Award.
You know, a lot of times you get a multi-hit game, you think you had a great day, but it's when you get those 2 hits that absolutely matter. And this guy got him when his team needed the most. Getting on base, setting the table, scoring runs. That's why he's our Pepsi Clutch Performer. Real
good ball game. Great battle here, and the pitching the better part of it, came away with a win.
And before the game, you probably would have thought 3 runs might not be enough to win this game, but lo and behold, it was.
And that's going to do it for us here. For Steve Phillips, Sean Cook, I'm Gary Thorne. Take care.